a couple major changes for Miami FC, and that's because they got regular starters back in Frankie López. Ngalina with a little bit of friendly fire. Played through, found a lane, the lob over, and they score! Frankie López, who we just talked about, getting his team leading 6th goal this season in the 5th minute. Miami on the board, they lead early 1-0.
Talked about consistency throughout performances for Miami FC. They have a lot of players that can be game changers, but we have not seen it often enough. When you have Michael Lawrence, when you have Frank López, now you create an overload higher up the field.
Steve gave it up. Delivery. Dieng came out and he got badly burned. Borczak on the board and a sweet header, and we're level in the 15th minute, 1-1.
Starts with a set piece for Memphis 9-1. Quickly shift the ball from left to right. But this is some ball from Panos Armanakis. Head up, and it's a weak side of run from
16 total fouls. Watch out, onside here. Great attempt, the shot goes off the crossbar and ricochets in. It'll be an own goal to Cardona, but Memphis doesn't care. They're on the board again. It's 2-1 road team. Unfortunate bounce, but to the credit of Meza and company, they took full advantage of it, and a great pass from Bruno Lapa.
just no rotation whatsoever from Miami FC. Danny Barbier, Alejandro Michano, they're getting caught out, but give credit to Bruno Lapa, the vision to put this into
for Miami. Giveaway here, Pickering with an open net, lets it rip with the left foot and it scores. Pickering will put the dagger into the heart of Miami. A bad giveaway. End result is a 3-1 lead for Memphis, and this thing's all but over.
too casual from Barbier. Puts your goalkeeper in a very sticky situation. Just not good enough from the sub coming in. But give credit to Noe Meza, opportunistic. Forces NDA to come off his line, falls kindly. Problem is for Miami FC, every time he gets on the ball, it's on an island.
Quezada. Sharp angle, top of the box, the drive, and it finds the back of the net. They're just pouring it on now. Careaga, the lucky recipient. Great build-up into it, and it's 4-1 Memphis.
Just mentioned it with Miami FC. You're asking for a little bit of patience and composure in this back line. Quezada does fantastic here. Picks up his head, and as he does that, now every player in a Miami FC jersey, they're retreating towards the...
Played to a 2-2 draw and got beaten penalties. But one that shed a great deal of payroll and brought in a healthy amount of players from USL League One. Quezada here, off angle, don't matter. He puts it in the back of the net. Well, if Jeremy Shear, the lead official, wants to blow the whistle now, he'll do Miami FC a favor. Memphis 5, Miami 1.
Again, it's the lack of shape for Miami FC, the lack of recovery runs.
Played there last season, 33 appearances. Here come New Mexico. Micheletto over to Hernandez, back to Micheletto. Reyes now. Jacobo Reyes, and he sneaks it through. 3 minutes in, the black and yellow open up the scoring, and it's Jacobo Reyes.
I don't think anyone expected that. The fans were almost caught off guard. keeper as well, maybe unsighted, maybe, but Jacobo Reyes, it just kind of opened up from the defenders of Tulsa, just dropped off and dropped off and dropped off. So he thought, why not, and just hit it, and it just bounces just in front of the goalkeeper there, so it just makes it a little more difficult for him to keep out. But
opening up the scoring in the 3rd minute. The crowd starts to fill in here at the lab. Free kick goes in, and Tambakis unable to keep it out. It's headed in, and it looks to be the former New Mexico United man, Alexis Souahy, with the equalizer here 16 minutes in.
Towering header by Souahy there, and it just overpowered the defense of New Mexico United. And you can see Alex Tambakis at full stretch, did everything he possibly could, but what a well-placed header that was by Souahy. So far in the corner, Tambakis just couldn't do anything.
Sent away by Hernandez. Here's Dom. Diallo now looking. Free header! Oh, and Tulsa have taken the lead! And once again, it's Alexis Souahy, the defender with 2 goals against his former club in the first half.
Absolutely wide open at the back post as well. The inquest will begin now. Just really a hopeful ball, it looked like, a high looping ball into the back post there. And this Souahy looked like he was just wide open, just waited for it and headed it down into the ground, and nothing Tambakis could do. But again, you can see all the questions being asked at the back there. Just getting the ball in midfield, the quick sharp passing, 1-2 touch. That's when New Mexico United are free flowing and look at their best.
Tulsa looking for a third. Another opportunity, and they have a third! As we enter first half stoppage time, this time it's Pacheco, and Tulsa now go up by a score of 3-1.
I mean, I'm at a loss for words for that one. You can just see the energy has absolutely gone from New Mexico United's legs, and it was almost in slow motion. You could see that goal coming about 20 seconds before it happened. And again, it just looks like New Mexico United just don't have an answer. They don't have an answer for the...
Unable to connect with Abdi Mohammed there. Rivas gets it back. Here's Reyes. Looking for Hurst, back post. Ball still bouncing around, and that's Harry Swartz. He's now scored in back-to-back games, and that's his first goal of the season at the lab.
Just about to say in the build-up earlier on, that shot by Nicolás, we were directly behind it, and it was travelling, but you can tell the words that have been had at halftime, just the energy. It's just, I think someone said after the
against Indy, but did pick up an assist on the Sergio Rivas goal. Second assist of the season there for Daniel Bruce. Oh, and what a challenge. Swartz comes away with it. Swartz looking for a second, and an absolute thunderbolt. Harry Swartz, welcome back.
Wow. What a strike that was. Peñaranda just didn't even really move. It's almost like Harry Swartz. It didn't look like he found like the top corner or anything. He just hit it through the goalkeeper. And again, like we said about 4 minutes ago, Harry Swartz.
Public will then host them 2 weeks later on September 29th. It's twice in 3 matches. Wondered as to whether or not either one held more importance. He said no, they're both the same.
All over the top for Phillips. Phillips streaking through. Phillips tips the keeper and scores. Kieran Phillips opens the scoring for Sacramento. And are they closing the gap atop the Western Conference?
Let's go back to a little switch on the back line first with Mark Briggs that saw Jared Timmer come to the right and Connor Donovan, the main man on the inside. It's because of his physicality and well taken.
Cicerone, spin move. Sanchez knocked down by Waite. Ball went back and blasted toward Furman in. Sacramento finally have their second. It's Jared Timmer. His first for the club, and Sacramento can celebrate 3 points tonight.
Musical chairs being played after the last substitution pattern for Mark Briggs. The entire front line replaced. Nick Ross deeper, Jared Timmer higher, but options still aplenty.
That's the right idea. That's the right intent. When you get that ball as a player, as a midfielder, if you're listening at home and paying attention, when you win the ball from your opponent in a situation like that, the faster you can get forward, the much
what a
more,
ball
the
danger!
much better.
It ran it around goal and it's put in on the ricochet. Levis, the man on the spot to give Detroit City the opening goal.
Yeah, and it's been coming. You can't say that it hasn't. Detroit have had the better chances. They've looked like they've been on the front foot so far this evening, and they get a scrappy goal, but I mean it's kind of a Detroit goal. It kind of embodies who they are. They are scrappy. They are gritty. They just find ways to get it done in some situations.
Hartford putting on good pressure in the first 10 minutes. Ngondo, long ball. Onside. Let's see. Here's Bennett. He scores. And Khori Bennett in the 11th minute has given Lights a 1-0 lead.
Hartford players are not happy. At the other end, they felt the ball had gone out. They're still remonstrating with both the assistant, who kept his flag down, and the fourth official. That's got nothing to do with the fact that Las Vegas took it.
Reached 10,000 minutes played in USL Championship. He came in 6 shy. Chipped in. Dieng had goal! Mamadou! How do you do? We're tied at 1.
That's more like it. What a ball in. What a header. And Hartford deservedly back on level terms. That's a brilliant goal.
Dieng using his size in the box. Samadia with the setup. And the Red Hot Lou City as we celebrate Supporters Appreciation Night. Presented by Travelers. Visit hartfordathletic.com/tickets to get your tickets today.
Good crowd in here and a good chance.
Here's a chance, a shot, and a goal! Michee and Ngalina. And he backflips Hartford into a 2-1 lead.
Grayson Duty has had one. There's still work to be done. And I spoke in the first half about needing that bit of precision, needing that bit of poise. And Michee and Ngalina showing it there, capitalizing. Good teams score when they get the chance. And Michee and Ngalina, as Hartford turn things around, takes advantage of the slip-up.
He goes with single digits on the minute clock. There's a poor giveaway in midfield. Switchbacks could have numbers here. Work back to the top of the box. Good save at the first time of asking, and the rebound is put home. Tyreek Magee on the doorstep with a gift. Colorado Springs in front.
Talked about it earlier, how transitional this switchback side can be at turning their defense into offense. And just watch the movement of Real as he continues this ball from Tejada. It's his first touch that takes about 2 players out of the game. Danny Griffin has no...
Former Rochester Rhinos man, playing under Bob Lilly up in New York. Cut back to a wide open shot at the top of the box. Griffin's shot parried away. 2 strikes and then a wonder goal. Jackson Walti with a rocket to the top right corner. Levels things at Highmark Stadium. What a strike from 42. And it's 1-1 in minute 54.
Really clever set piece here from Coronado Forbes, understanding every single player in the switchbacks. Back line is retreating towards our goal line, so where's the space? Not the best.
Into the 91st minute, still waiting on stoppage time, and it will be a minimum of 5. from Highmark Stadium. Ball played in and headed on! It's 2-1! In dramatic fashion, Sean Suber may have gotten Bob Lilly's 400th career win. $4,300 at Highmark Stadium, go crazy.
Talked about the importance of set pieces. You put the ball into a dangerous area and you tell your center back to go out and get it. Not X and O's, not tactics, just...
Coa Santos preparing for the long throw. Wants someone to check short. Sent in by Williams. Free header at the back post, and it's the equalizer at the death. Delence Pierre completely left on his own and makes no mistake. 2-2 the final at Highmark.
Weak side defending for the Riverhounds has been lacking.
I have to mention as well, we've been talking about how good Rhode Island have been recently. Oakland on the road have had good results this season, and it's because of moments like that. It's a towering header by Neville Hackshaw. And the Roots, against the run of play, have the lead in Rhode Island.
Unstoppable. The delivery, the timing of the run, and the connection with the ball. Hackshaw here comes through like a steam train. There's no stopping him when the execution is that good. Delivered into the perfect area, just over the near man, the near post area to the first man. Hackshaw's timing and arrival and the power on the header. Good play again from Mafeka. I think they're in the middle of the park, just one touch passing.
Brito. Oh, it's on a plate, and it's an equalizer. Headed home by Albert Dikwa. And Rhode Island do level the match with 3 minutes to play. 1-1.
And it comes off a moment of Oakland having good possession of the ball and giving it away. And you look, they've lost their defensive shape and their stability and structure. A great delivery. Dikwa's timing of his run. Brilliantly glanced header into the far corner, giving Blanchette no chance. And they've leveled things up with a man up.
What a fun adventure that is going to be. Try to get behind this time. Look out. Here comes Loudon. 1v1. Oh, passed off and scored. Beautifully executed. It's Wesley Leggett, his 7th goal of the year. And the counter was quick. It was effective. And oh my goodness, the crowd silent at Al Lang.
Jordan Doherty caught with his player on the wrong side.
Now this ball sent up right side. Trouble once more. 4 out of the goal, and it's sent in off the head of Zach Ryan. Loudon has just doubled their lead.
It's just too easy, Drew. Too much space. Jordan Farr can't believe it. Zach Ryan is the most relieved person in the building after getting that second goal.
A Wi-Fi corner for Ray Serrano, the 22-year-old. Boomerangs this ball into the middle of the box. It's headed in. Aiden McFadden rises to the top. Lou City have the opener. Aiden McFadden scores to make it 1-0.
Oh, that's a fantastic header from Aiden McFadden. He's got up high, beaten all the Charleston Battery defenders. Good ball from the corner put in by Ray Serrano. And the crowd applauding, including, we've got to mention, some famous people in the crowd, which will tell us more about in the moment.
Avila, that's a well-timed run. Wilson out in space. Jansen Wilson sizzles this ball past Grinwis Jansen Wilson finally gets his goal. Lou City out in front, 2-0.
Brilliantly taken by Jansen Wilson. He's been looking for that counter-attack possibility for the last 5 or 10 minutes as Charleston have been coming at Lou City and taking risks. He's been waiting for that ball through, and he got it, kept his cool, waited for the keeper to come off the line and beat him. But let's give credit for that ball there from Davila. Absolutely fantastic ball. He knew what he was looking for. Jansen Wilson provided. That would have been 1-1 and then a different game. Charleston Battery wouldn't have had to take risks up front as much as they've done and leave gaps. But he didn't take the chance, and that's what the game's all about.
Goodrum pounds this ball into the net. Philip Goodrum torches the threads in his Lou City debut. And the boys in purple soaring. The top team in the league will hold that vice grip. It's 3-0.
And that's why they wanted to sign this guy. He is one of the top strikers, as we mentioned, joint Golden Boot winner in 2022 with Memphis. And he scored a whole ton of goals this season with FC Tulsa, but this lovely ball in, and the way he kills it with his chest, just lays it, and then absolutely.
For the Louisville fan base, as well as the club. Sadie denied on the first pass entry. Wants a second go at it. Tosh heads it away. All the way out it comes, and this long whistling shot hits the net. What a blast that was from Graham Smith. His second goal of the season gets rid of the shutout.
Credit Charleston Badgie for keep on going right to the end. Frustration for Damien Lassier. This ball.
Well, see if the player of the month comes up for Tulsa, or if Lapa is able to put Memphis on the board. Little stutter step, rolls it in, and Memphis 901 FC takes the early 1-0 lead as Bruno Lapa's 8th goal of the season.
Well taken by Bruno Lapa. Penaranda, no chance once Lapa knew which way Penaranda was leaning, and just as you said, I think you said it appropriately, rolled it into the net. Just a controlled drive along the ground. Beautifully done, and Memphis now out on the front foot here with that 35th minute goal. His 8th of the season, rather. And no question that you have Souahy able to turn, but Memphis working hard to react to loss of possession to get it right back.
Memphis has numbers. They get it through to Fernando. Another great save, but the follow cannot be stopped. Careaga will get his goal.
You mentioned it in pregame. For Memphis 901 FC to beat the USL Championship Player of the Month, they were going to have to be relentless. And that play from Memphis, the pressure was relentless. They gave up possession, got it back quickly, and then moved quickly.
And it's Akale. Oh, and he finds the back of the net. Michele Akale, second goal of the season, both from direct free kicks.
Wow. I mean, what a strike that was. I don't think the keeper had any chance. It was central, so setting up the walls a little more difficult as well. And he just found the corner. Souahy was at full extension and couldn't do anything about it with the power and the direction that Quelle got on that strike there.
The accuracy from Michele Akale on this free kick. He's like an archer, Chris, from just outside the box. The pace, the bend. Souahy guessed right, and he just couldn't get there.
Yeah, that's the wall side, and you see just gets so much whip and bend on it. It still hits the side netting as well. So Souahy is a big guy as well, and he was full extension and couldn't get near it. That was a shot from so far out. Maybe it was Ione, I think, that maybe hit it, and it was just a kind of a hopeful shot. I mean, he hit it really well, but it has to get through so many bodies to even trouble Tambakis, you know. And
oh, this ball's through. Seymour! Oh, and he's opened up, and it's actually Reyes. Jacobo Reyes with his second goal in as many games this week. Third goal of the season for Jacobo Reyes. And New Mexico go up 2-0.
2 goals in 2 games for Reyes, and there's some looks right now towards the assistant referee on the near side. And it looks like the referee's maybe walking across to ask the question.
Here's Dixon. Traeger able to turn. Looking for Donor. Reyes getting back to Mark. And the cross comes in. And Monterey Bay pull one back. It's Dixon on the score sheet here in the 34th minute.
That's a poor goal to give away for New Mexico United, but really well worked by Monterey Bay. The run from deep where Reyes just doesn't quite get there quick enough to deny the cross. Vicious cross in, and all Dixon has to do is get marauding forward from midfield, and just he's got a turn of pace as well. He's really comfortable on the ball. He's really comfortable dribbling.
Here comes the corner. Oh, and at the back post, it's headed in. It's the captain, Kalen Ryden, finding the back of the net. And a huge goal. It's his 4th for the club since joining in 2020.
And it's another Kalen Ryden goal with his head. That's all 4 goals, I believe, have been with his head. Oh, golden helmet. Great set piece. Squarely puts a decent ball in. And it's just asking someone, go and attack it. And Kalen Ryden rises higher than anyone else and nods it in the bottom corner. And Siaha just...
Here's now Lottie. Dixon. Ball bouncing around, and Tabakis is beaten. Monterey Bay pull one back, and Rebelar scores at the lab for Monterey Bay for the 2nd season in a row.
6 caps with them, had a goal actually against the U.S. at one point.
Agudelo. Brigito.
Oh, Jesus Brigito! Welcome to San Antonio! How about that?
What an absolute stunner of a goal. What a look. Just fit right through all the seams. And this feels a lot like the old San Antonio. You bring guys in, they're scoring on their debut. And I mean, you could tell from the first couple of touches from Brigito that he was bringing something really special. Look at this touch.
It is Eric Calvillo who will step to the spot for El Paso, trying to score against his former club. Eric Calvillo scores, and El Paso leads in Irvine. No celebration for Calvillo, but the Locomotive lead on the road.
As a center midfielder, you have to be aware of your surroundings. Never peeks over.